porch light on for you. Kept the fire burning through. Every night the silence grew. Still I waited, still believed in you. I heard the world move past these walls. But your footsteps never came at all. Your love that waited at the door, morning aching, hoping for more. Hands held out in quiet grace, eyes fixed on your fading trace. You never turned, you never knew what stood there just for you. Your love that waited at the door, stood strong but couldn't anymore. Seasons changed around my feet. Rain and dust and summer heat. But I stood where you last smiled, like a promise from a distant mile. The lock untouched, the light still warm. The love can't live in a house alone. Love that waited at the door, silent, patient, heart sore, like an echo of a dream that breaks without scream. You never lied, you never stayed, but love still showed up anyway. Love that waited at the door, fell asleep on the hard floor. Maybe love should have walked away, but it only knew how to stay. It hoped that someday you might see what it gave so endlessly. Love that waited at the door doesn't stand there anymore. The porch is dark, the key's been turned, but the lessons still quietly learned. You came so late, but not at all. Now only echoes fill the hall. Love that waited at the door. The door isn't waiting anymore. The table set the way it used to be. Two plates, two hearts, one history. But only shadows sit with me in the space where love used to breathe. I still hear her laugh in the quiet room. Still feel her leave like a fading tune. Still holding her empty seat, as if she'll walk back in off the street. Like time forgot to let her go, like the past still whispers low. I pour her cup, I save her place, haunted by her silent grace. Still holding her empty seat in a world that moved on without her. to air like she might reply. Pause at the door, footsteps pass by. Her coat still waits on the wooden rack, but she's not the one who's coming back. Even silence feels like it knows I'm trapped in what the memories show. Still holding her empty seat, like love's a ghost I can't defeat. Like someday she'll come through the door, and love will echo like before. Her name still carves the air I breathe. My heart won't grant itself a breeze. Still holding her empty seat. Sure, but though I know she's not returning, some say let the past be past, but I never thought she'd go that fast. So I light the candle just in case she finds her way back to this place. Still holding her empty seat, like a no repeat, like a prayer with no repeat, like a vow I couldn't break, even when my soul would ache. She may be gone but not erased. In this chair she's still embraced, still holding her empty seat. Where love once had a face. The sky was crying soft and slow as you stood by the open door. You didn't speak, I didn't move. Just watch the storm between us blue. And every drop that kissed the glass felt like a ghost from my past. The last rain on my window fell the night you let me go. No thunder, no warning sign, just your silence next to mine. You didn't have to say it, babe. The clouds are done. The last rain on my window was the sound of you letting me know. I tried to trace you in the pain, but all I touched was cold and gray. Colors we once knew so bright faded into this quiet night. And now the streets are dry again, but I still see where you had been. The last rain on my window told the truth I didn't show. I thought we'd find our way back in, but even storms no way. No lightning struck, no final plea, just the sound of you leaving me. The last rain on my window wrote the words you didn't need to speak. Some hearts break loud, some hearts just fade like The last rain on my window left the silence I still know. Your shadow's gone, but somehow stays in every drop that slipped away. No more storms, no more feel, but this goodbye still feels too real. The last rain on my window was the only truth you chose to show. The songs she used to love, but they just fall like broken dust. The notes all miss the way she moved. The silence now is more in tune. I called her name through every line, but all I heard was borrowed time. When nothing sounded like her, not the wind, not the singing around me, but nothing was what we were. She was the voice inside the storm. Now I just drift unheard. When that's the voice inside the storm. Now I just drift unheard. When nothing sounded like her, I knew I'd lost my world. I walked the streets we used to roam, but even echoes wouldn't come home. Every laugh was out of key, and every crowd just whispered leave. I searched in chords and lullabies, but all I found was goodbye. When nothing sounded like her, no piano, no cry, no verse. The rhythm faded into gray, the chorus could reverse. A face to the town would hold a sour verse. The rhythm faded gray, the chorus could reverse. She was the hum inside my chest. The silence sings in words, and nothing sounded like her. I felt the deepest hurt. She was a song without a name. Now everything just sounds the same. The world keeps spinning without tone. Since she left me all alone. When nothing sounded like her, even music turned to blur. No melody can hold her face, no lyric can return her race. She was the sound I lived to hear. No silence fills the air. Nothing sounded like her. It all just disappeared. I used to trace her in the stars, a quiet whisper from afar. Her laughter lived in morning light. Now even sunrise doesn't feel right. The clouds all pass, the wind still roam, but every sky feels less like home. The sky without her name just isn't quite the same. It holds the blue, but not her flame. No echo when I call, just silence and the fall of dreams that never learned to land in skies she used to understand. I used to ride her into rain and find her peace in every plane. But now the skies have closed their doors, and she's not written there anymore. I reach the stars she used to keep, but now they flicker when I sleep. The sky without her name is hollow, wide and tame. A canvas lost without her flame. The thunder doesn't cry, the moon forgets to try, and even light can't quite replay. Sky without a name. Where once she flew, now silence flies. She took the wind from all my skies and left me staring into gray, as if her name just blew away. The sky without her name can never feel the same. It watches me, won't know afraid who we used to be. She crowds that cannot see, the heart that still would spell her name. Across the sky, but not the same. And the room still breathes the way she laughed. Soft shadows stretched across the past. I closed the door, but not the sound of every word that kept me bound. She didn't stay, but she never left. A ghost inside my every breath. I carried her echo home through the silence and the storm. In the quiet of my mind, she's the note I couldn't find. She was home. She was too wide. Her memory fills the cracks inside. And though I speak to empty air, I still feel her silence there. The scent of rain, her favorite song. Everything says she's been gone too long. I carried her echo home. Through the dark I walked alone. Every whisper, every sigh still plays behind my eyes. She was gone. She was gone, but not unknown, 'cause I carried her echo home. I tried to leave her at the gate, but love like this refuses fate. She's in the wind, she's in the flame, and every tear still says her name. I carried her echo home. It's the only part I own. She's a memory that won't die, forever and goodbye. No one saw for all. No one saw for our own, but I carried her echo home. You were the flame in my darkest days, the calm on my violent ways. But somewhere in the silent dusk, you slipped away without a fuss. You didn't flicker, didn't die. You turned and left with quiet eyes. You were the light that chose to leave, not burned out, just set me free. You walked away like morning's end and never looked back again. No storm, no scream, no shattered glass, just a love that wouldn't last. It wasn't fate, it wasn't me. You were the light that chose to leave. I searched the stars for signs of you. Even they were fading too. And every step I took on felt like walking through a haunted home. Your memory still warms the air, but it's not love if you're not there. You were the light that chose to leave, a perfect ghost I still believe. No ash and no goodbye in flames, just the echo of your name. You left the sky but not my heart. You lit the match then fell apart. It wasn't time, it wasn't grief. You were the light that chose to leave. I'd rather watch the fire die than see it walk away. But you didn't dim, you didn't fade. You just chose not to stay. You were the light that chose to leave, and I'm still learning how out your flame where shadows call my name. You didn't break, you didn't bleed, you just became what I can't keep. You weren't taken, you believe. You were the light that chose to She walked away without a sound, the kind of quiet that shakes the ground. No tears, no fight, just eyes turned gray, and all our colors washed away. I stood where time forgot to move, still tracing shadows of her truth. Beneath her last goodbye were words she wouldn't cry, a storm she left behind, still raging in my mind. No closure, just a sigh that said we couldn't try, and all that's left of why lies beneath her last goodbye. Her coat still hanging by the door, like she might return once more. But seasons passed, the light grew dim, and silence took the place of when. If loving meant to let her go, why does her ghost still feel like home? Beneath her last goodbye, truths we left to die, the cracks we couldn't hide, the dreams we left untied. I searched the fading sky for one more reason why, but all I find is I still live beneath the last I play the words she didn't say on loop inside me every day. She left like dust without a sound, but the dust is where I'm always found. Beneath her last goodbye, to the sky, hope my voice will fly to where she said goodbye, stayed buried deep inside. We wrote our names in falling stars, promised forever beneath the dark. But somewhere we let silence win, and never asked how it should end. We said, see you like a vow, but no one's saying that now. This is our story without an ending, pages torn but never mending. No last word, no final scene, just echoes in what might have been. I still turn to where we paused, our story without an ending. The letters I never dared to send still sit unread, still won't pretend. That time erased what we began, it only buried it in sand. The door we left slightly ajar still creaks with who we were. This is our story without an ending, with broken lines and hearts pretending to move on like chapters closed, but some tales never let you go. I still hear the words we lost, our story without an ending. I don't need a final page, just to know you turned away. Still I'll read you in the wind, like a book I'll start again. This is our story without an ending. No goodbye worth defending. Time can't rewrite the truth we planned. Some love lives on in what's unsaid, so I'll breathe where we once crossed, our story without an ending, our story without an ending, forever paused, never lost. Rain was falling like the weight I bore. The shadow stood just past the door. It said, just give me time to breathe. But I knew you'd never leave me. The thunder rolled where your silence grew, and every drop still felt like you. I waited through the storm, through the night so cold and warm. Lightning lit the sky like truth, but all I saw was the ghost of you. You left, but I held on. I waited through the storm. My voice cracked with every call, but you never heard me at all. you forgot the rain, or maybe it just knew my name. But every storm I made it through, still cried for pieces lost in you. I waited through the storm, not for rescue but for form, to heal the cracks the silence made, to breathe again, no, not the same. I stood through the ache, the norm. Yes, I waited through the storm. She stood in silence near the wall. The light behind her said it all. Her lips were still, but I could see the shape of what she'd never speak. The room was quiet, but not alone. Her shadow whispered things unknown. What her shadow told was more than she could say. In the hush between her leaving and the night she slipped away, spoke a love to warn the last, a broken truce and shattered past. What her shadow told me still echoes where she used to be. She turned but didn't meet my eyes, like all the stars had left her skies. But on the wall behind her grace, her shadow wore a different face. It trembled in the dim light's breath, like stories buried under death. What her shadow at night. Shadows don't lie like people do. They move the cracks love once fell through. She left me nothing but goodbye, but her silhouette knew I. What her shadow told me, I carry like a scar, a whisper in the corner light of who we really are. She vanished in the breaking day, but her shadow never walked away. What her shadow told me still haunts my every star. She walked out with eyes half closed, the morning light too bright to hold. I watched her drift like falling leaves, caught in winds that never sleep. I called her name beneath my breath, but silence answered me instead. She forgot the way home. The lights on left me alone. Every step she took away unlocked the life we made. Now I'm standing by the door like I never stood before. The way home, way home. Her smile once knew these walls by heart. Now shadows tear her world apart. She fades in echoes, room by room. Where love once bloomed, there's only gloom. She's somewhere lost in days gone by, and I don't know how or why. She forgot the way home, left the war turned into stone. All the roads that led to me vanished in the memory. Now I whisper to the night, hoping something makes it right. She forgot the way home. Maybe home was never me, just a stop she thought was free. Now I stand where we once stood, haunted by the could have would. She forgot the way home, and I never felt so alone. I leave the porch light burning still, but love can't climb a windowsill. She's gone where I can't go, only heaven knows. She forgot the way home. She walked in like a distant shore, soft footsteps I'd heard before. Time had changed her, so had I, but something lingered in her eyes. She smiled, but the warmth was thin, like a light through glass warmed in. There's a memory left in her eyes, a shadow love can't disguise, a flicker caught between the days of what we were, then slipped away. She doesn't speak, but I recognize the memory left in her eyes, in her eyes. glass and wine. Her gaze would drift, then pull away, as if afraid of yesterday. But in one glance, I clearly saw the ghost of a she never thought. There's a memory left in her eyes, not quite fire, but not all eyes. Like an echo caught and falling light to face to real the fight. She didn't cry, but I realized the memory stayed in her eyes. It stayed in her eyes. Maybe love forgot her name, but it still flickers all the same. Not enough to bring her back, just enough to feel the crack. Still a memory lives in her eyes. More goodbyes never die. She looked at me and I could tell she carried more than she left well. Though her voice and no reply, she left me with her eyes. I walked where no one knew my name, through empty streets and window panes. The sky was quiet like my voice. No turning back, no other choice. Then it felt like a truth too loud. No hiding when the clouds come down. That's where the rain found me, alone with what I couldn't see. Every drop of word I never said, every step of love that left. I stood still while it poured for me. The sky cried what I couldn't be. That's where the rain found me. The storm knew what I tried to hide. The echoes breaking from inside. Your name was thunder in the dark, fading trace, watermarked heart. And I knew I'd waited far too long for the goodbye that never came in song. That's where the rain found me, washing what was left to weep. It spilled out truths and silver lines, across my skin, across my mind. I let it fall, I let it speak, for all the nights I couldn't weep. That's where the rain found me. No shelter left, no place to flee. It wasn't pain that set me free. rain found me, not to break but to release. And when the clouds began to clear, I saw your face but not your fear. I stayed behind the memories, the place where the rain found me. Forever there, you found me. You stood there, sun in your eyes. I saw the truth I longed to deny. But time had other plans for us, and hearts don't wait when there's no trust. I reached too late when your hands were closed. A flower never held but one I chose. It was a love too late to bloom, a song that played in a silent room. All the words I meant to say got lost in yesterdays. We had the fire, but not the flame. A perfect storm without a name. A love too late, a love too late to bloom. You smiled like the past forgave, but the future never gave us space. We touched like strangers meant to meet, but passed like ghosts upon the streets. Now I water trees that never grew in soil too dry from missing you. It was a love too late to bloom, like winter roses gone too soon. All the chances we let slide now echo in the night. We held the notes, forgot the tune, a fading sun, a silent moon. Love too late, I'm love too late. If I had known what I know now, would I have turned it all around? The seasons pass without consent, and love can't grow in past regret. It was a love too late to bloom, a spark that never filled the room. Your memory's my quiet ache, a dream I want to lay. We were a song that died too soon, a melody beneath the moon. A love too late to bloom. We carved our names in empty skies, whispered forever through quiet lies. Now I can't find a single sign of who we were or what was mine. No echo down these hollow walls, no voice remains to catch the fall. Gone without a trace of us, no ashes left, no scattered dust. Like love was just a dream I made, and every vow began to fade. You disappeared like dawn from dusk, gone without a trace of us. No pictures hanging in the dark, no fingerprints, no bleeding marks. You took the songs, the scent, the sound, and left me nowhere to be found. I screamed your name, but it won't stay. Even your shadow walked away. Gone without a trace of us, no trail of tears, no part to trust. A silence deep enough to drown the love we swore would hold us down. You vanished like the falling dust, gone without a trace of us. Did we even touch the flame? Or were we just a ghost with names? I reach through time, but all I feel is air too quiet, too unreal. Gone without a trace of us, not even day, just empty hush. No loud cry, no broken scream, just thin lines of half a dream. You left and took the both of us, gone without a trace of us. I don't recall your voice the same. It echoes less each passing day. But when I reach into the dark, I swear your touch still leaves a mark. Photographs have turned to dust, but there's still fire inside my pulse. My hands still remember you, the way they fit the things we used to do, like dancing slow with hearts exposed, or tracing dreams we never told. Time may steal the sound and view, but my hands still remember across an empty bed, and somehow still feel what you said. Without a word, without a sign, you're still tangled up in mine. My hands still remember you more than I could erase the shape of your love in his face. Even when the morning feels brand new, my hands still remember you. My hands still remember you. We used to talk without a sound. I said more than hearts allowed. But now we sit like strangers do, in rooms still painted with our truth. The coffee's warm but not the glance. We're dancing in a second chance, where the love went quiet. No storms, no flames, just silence. Just a hush we couldn't deny. The fire didn't burn out fast. It just slipped beneath the cracks, where the love went quiet. We never got it back. I'll hold your hand but not your heart. We're side by side, still miles apart. The words we lost stay in the air, like ghosts of what was once so rare. We smile just to fill the space, but nothing real took its place, where the love went quiet. No goodbye, just absence. Just a stood a slip to love. We didn't break, we didn't bend, we just faded in the end, where the love went quiet. We couldn't pretend. No shattered glass, no sleepless fights, just colder sheets on softer nights. If love must end, let it be bold, not lost in silence, growing old, where the love went quiet. I wish we screamed instead, at least I know what killed us. Instead of tying in our heads, it wasn't wrong, it wasn't right, it just vanished out. On a sleepless night, the melody's soft, the feeling right. Every chord held things I couldn't say, but she was already slipping away. I played it alone in the fading lights, hoping somehow she'd hear it in the night. The song she never heard was every line I meant for her. A quiet cry, a broken prayer, floating on in empty air. She never knew, she never guessed, I held her name in my chest. The song she never heard, it was the one that loved her best. I hummed the tune as she walked away, my heart playing notes it couldn't say. And though she turned without a sound, the echoes still haven't settled down. If only she paused, if only she knew what my silence was singing to do. The song she never heard was the truth beneath my words, and they can hear my softly played. But she slipped into yesterday. She never stayed, she never saw the symphony behind it all. The song she never heard still lingers in these walls. Now the strings are rusted and low, but that song won't let me go. I'll play it still, though no one sees. It was always only hers to believe. The song she never heard still waits inside each room. A melody lost its way, but love had too much left to say. She never loved, she never learned the fire in the notes she burned. The song she never heard was the song I wrote too late. You looked at me like I was home. Now your gaze feels carved in stone. There's no goodbye, no slam door, just eyes that don't see me anymore. Your touch still lingers in the air, but you're already nowhere. Eyes that forgot to stay, once held the dawn, now drift away. You're here but gone, a quiet serene. Eyes that forgot to stay, you left without a word to say. And I'm still loving yesterday. share a room, not the flame. You wear my name, but not the same. Every smile is out of place. I search for you in your face. I speak in hopes you'll come alive, but you've already said goodbye. Eyes that forgot to stay, once full of stars, now cloudy gray. The light inside just fades away. Eyes that forgot to stay, it turned your heart the other way. Still I hope and still I pray. Where did your soul go to hide? Or was it something I missed in your sighs? You stood still while love moved on. Now your gaze feels all but gone. Eyes that forgot to stay still haunt me at the end of day. You looked but never meant to stay, and I still wait anyway. Like a whisper in the dark, no final line, no closing mark, just pages torn from something true. Now all that's left are echoes of you. I try to turn the story's page, but your shadow's still in every phrase. I never closed that chapter, still stuck where we fell faster. The ink still runs, the words still sting, frozen in what could have been. You walked out with no goodbye, but I'm still asking why I never closed that chapter, and I don't know how to try. Book lies open by my bed, your name still ringing in my head. You were the story I believed, the only one I couldn't meet. They say time will turn the page, but some hearts don't know how to wait. I never closed that chapter, still lost in the words after. You ended us in a single breath and left me haunted by what's left. I read us back through every line, hoping you'd rewind. I never closed that chapter, maybe that's by design. What if the ending wasn't true? What if the book still needed you? I waited for a sequel that never came, I just live inside that heart. The door ajar, dusted off the corners of my scars, hung a picture where your smile might live, built a place with all I had to give. Every heartbeat waited by the door, but you never crossed that floor. It's a room she never entered, yet I filled it with her name. Four walls dressed in hope and wonder, but she never came. I spoke to shadows in the corners, held the silence like it mattered. In a room she never entered, where my love still gently shattered. I wrote her letters I never sent, pages full of what I meant. A chair still empty by the fire, a home for all of my desire. I waited long past reason's end, still gone dreams I couldn't bend. It's a room she never entered, but I dreamed her into flames. Played a life in soft surrender, with a name on every space. The echoes ring like answered calls, though she never touched these walls. It's a room she never entered, where I quietly still falls. Maybe love was just, and I was haunted mostly by what she seemed, not what she could be. It's a room she never entered, but I can't bring myself to leave. It's built from everything I felt, and all I still believe. Someday she walks through that, I'll still be waiting there. In the room she never entered, still loving her unaware. The table set the way it used to be. Two plates, two hearts, one history. But only shadows sit with me in the space where love used to breathe. I still hear her laugh in the quiet room. I still feel her leave like a fading tune. Still holding her on without her. I talk to air like she might reply. Pause at the door when footsteps pass by. Her coat still waits on the wooden rack, but she's not the one who's coming back. Even silence feels like it knows I'm trapped in what the memory shows. Still holding her empty seat, like love's a ghost I can't defeat. Like someday she'll come through the door, and love will echo like before. Her name still calls the air I breathe. My heart won't grant itself free, free. Still holding her empty seat, though I know she's not returning. Some say let the past be past, but I never thought she'd go that fast. So I light the candle just in case she finds her way back to this place. Still holding her empty seat, like a prayer with no repeat. Like a vow I couldn't break, even when my soul would ache. She may be gone for 98. In this chair she still embraced, still holding her empty seat. Love once had a face. Love once had a face. I left the porch light on for you, kept the fire burning through. Every night the silence grew, but still I waited, still believed in you. I heard the world move past these walls, but your footsteps never came at all. Love that waited at the door, wanting, aching, hoping for more. Hands held out in quiet grace, eyes fixed on your fading trace. You never turned, you never knew what stood there just for you. Love that waited at the door, stood strong but couldn't anymore. Seasons changed around my feet, rain and dust and summer heat. But I stood where you last smiled, like a promise from a distant mile. The lock untouched, the light still warm. The love can't live in a house alone. Silent, patient, heart sore, like an echo of a dream that breaks without a scream. You never knock, you never stay, the love still showed up anyway. Love that waited at the door, fell asleep on the hardwood floor. Maybe love should have walked away, but it only knew how to stay. It hoped that someday you might see what it gave so endlessly. Love that waited at the door doesn't stand there anymore. The porch is dark, the key's been turned, but the lesson still quietly burned. Came to wait it out it all. Now only echoes fill the hall. Isn't waiting